honestly, I feel like Kyle bet John's job on this pick.
Ooh.
That was the sense that I got when I watched them in the presser. John is like wringing his hands. He's a little bit nervous. The nervous energy is there for Lynch. And yes. Kyle is leaned back. He's smiling. He's loose. And I think he knows that regardless of how this pick goes, it's John's neck on the line. I think that, in fairness, Kyle is probably the coolest friend that Jed York has. And in fairness to Jed, he'd be the coolest friend that any of us would have. And I think that carries some weight as much as it shouldn't in a business scenario.
I agree. And I feel like John Lynch is the kind of guy who's like trying to be Jed's friend. Hey, man, let's hang out. Hey, I'll come over. I'll bring the wine. Man, we'll have a great time. We'll watch movies. We'll bowl. And Jed's like, yeah, that's cool. We'll do that. Maybe I'm a little busy, but maybe next Thursday. And then he's the one calling up Kyle like, hey, man, what's up? You watching the game right now? No response. It's like, if only Kyle would like me the way I like him. That's the way I interpret it, but I don't know. When
he sees the ellipses, he's thrilled. He's waiting on that text. He's not putting the phone down. He's holding.
Hold on, John. I'm talking to Kyle.
Kyle's getting back to me.
Kyle's getting back to me. Yeah. So let's talk. Let's do the body language discussion. Yeah. I think everyone noticed that John Lynch was fidgety. What I noticed was the cufflinks, the wrists, the hands. It was a lot of hand wringing, a lot of this. And it's like, that's like how every bad actor expresses lying in movies. It's like, you have the worst poker face of all time. And I guess that's why they hired you, because you're supposed to be this straight shooter, right? Who couldn't tell a lie. Well, why are they putting you in this position, John?
Yeah.
It's tough.
And I think John does have faith in Kyle, as many of us do, and probably rightfully so. I'm sure there's some trepidation, and I don't mean to speak for John. This is all obviously my opinion on what I've observed, having zero inside intel. But I think that judging by the body language, I would say that he most certainly is trepidatious about this pick, but trusts Kyle enough to make it. Trust Kyle to bet his job.
It was either Kyle's call, Jed York's call. One way or another, it's going to be John Lynch's ass if it doesn't work out. So
100%. Yeah. And the only reason I don't think it would have been Jed's, because I've heard you posit that before, and it's a reasonable supposition. I would say the only reason I don't jump on that one is the belief that Kyle's cool factor keeps him above even Jed. And therefore he wouldn't succumb to that request.
Right. Jed's not going to come in making demands and ultimators, when he's
It's like when you have a trophy significant other, right?
That's why I always compare it to
all the leverage.
Yes, absolutely. Like your friend who finally gets that girlfriend who's way out of his league, and all of a sudden he's just like whatever she wants. Oh my God, she called me. I gotta go. I gotta get the laundry. Oh my God, it's like dead nice, dude. Way to go. Way to totally change.
Totally. We're going for sushi tonight. You don't like sushi? I love sushi now.
What are you talking about? I love sushi. I don't roll on Shabbat, but you're not Jewish. What do you mean I'm not Jewish? I converted. Johnny Doe said trade Warner to Detroit for 7, Pitts 3, quarterback at 7. Ooh, trade Fred Warner for Trey Lance. I'm thinking Fred Warner is going to have a better career. That's risky, man.
Yeah, I for many reasons, probably too deep to get into here in this time frame, don't think that the 49ers can afford to let Fred go. I think that they have to ink Fred to a long-term deal. Yeah. To me, I have a lot of reasons behind it. Someday maybe we'll do a show on it, but I think that that's a must in my book. Huge mistake to let him go.
Yeah. Says something to the locker room. You want to reward players who do everything right that you developed, and you already missed that opportunity with DeForest Buckner. You don't want to make it like a pattern. Like, hey, if you do everything right, you're going to get traded. But if you underachieve for like 3 or 4 years and then have a good contract year right at the end, like Jimmy Ward or Eric Armstead, you're our kind of guy.
Yeah.
Nah.
We want you.
We want you. Hold on. Varuna says one more point. Kyle said we looked at how last 4 years went and how next 4 years should be. He used 4, the number very confidently. Check that. Interesting. So I guess Kyle feels he's on the 4-year plan. Interesting.
I would agree in that I actually believe it would play out like this in a worst case scenario. Truly mess up this year. John Lynch is gone. You bring in a new GM. I think Kyle gets a gimme year underneath that new GM before he's actually on the hot seat. And therefore, I give him 3 years at a minimum.
Right.
Barring
What you always
some
say
sort
is
of catastrophic.
sorry.
No.
Yes.
My apologies.
No, go ahead. No, go ahead.
Barring a catastrophic failure of some sort, something unforeseen at this point, I think that we're looking at a 3-year window for Kyle.
True. And what you can always say with coaches who have too much power, that run the whole show, say, well, look, Kyle, the GM, got Kyle, the head coach, in trouble. What we're going to do, take a little off Kyle's plate. Yeah. Focus on what he does best, bring in a new GM. But that's always like one step away from, dude, you're out. So that could be, and that's not what he wants. I mean, he came to the 49ers for the 6-year deal and the autonomy. Like, he wants to be the GM. He's not going to accept some GM to say, no, these are the wide receivers who fit your offense. Agreed. These are the offensive linemen who fit your offense. That's a deal breaker for him.
Kyle has a very specific idea of the chess pieces he needs in order to create this master game that he's got in his own head.
Well, because he's running his dad's offense, basically. He's very faithful to that. And his dad was a vice president GM for a long time. So he's very confident in his ability to scout personnel. I'm sure Kyle is as well. And I'm sure they talk. They're like Michael Corleone and Don Corleone. You know what I'm saying? But like earlier in the movie, not like when he's in the orange field, like way before that.
Way earlier
in the movie.